Yes,
Hey man,
Lord.
CIRV'N raw, goddamn it.
Subscribe to Serving It Raw and let's keep it
all the way funky, uncut, raw. Serving it raw just like my boy Kokane.
Yes, Lord. You done tapped in the Serving It Raw podcast. I'm your host, Kokane, the Gutter Man, the Pyrex Iron Chef. And I got a special guest in here again. This lady right here is a singer, a songwriter, as well as a daughter of a legend, the most featured artist in the world, Kokane. I want to welcome to Serving It Raw, Aanisah Long. How you doing?
I am doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad I was able to connect with you.
Yes, it's great to be here.
Thank you. Well, we're gonna I like to start with, basic questions and then just kind of, tell your hip hop story. Okay, because you come from a legendary background, and I know we're gonna kind of roll into that.
Yes.
So the first thing I want to start with is, where are you from?
So I was born in San Bernardino, California. Yes, and pretty much lived in Southern California, moved around a little bit, but like pretty much stayed in Southern California up until the age of 13. And I moved to Washington State. So,
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much first vital years, Cali,
Do you like it? Did you like it better in Cali or Washington?
I love Cali. I just feel like Washington really is a beautiful state. Like, it's gorgeous out here, but it rains a lot. And in Southern California, it never rains, and it rains in Southern California. So,
is that true? Hold on, is that a true statement?
It was rare. It was rare. I do remember, like, some days we would do like rainy day recess, but that was like a rare occasion, and then we would all have to like sit in the classroom, watch movies. But out here, it rains so much that they be having the kids playing in the rain. They don't care about none of that. It rains like most of the time out here, so. I'm more this summer now, so it's really nice. But yeah, I do miss California. Like, I'm back and forth, so that's my place. That's home.
Since you come from a legendary background, and growing up, your father's a legendary rap artist, Kokane, that was signed to Ruthless Records. Did his thing with Above the Law. He's cemented himself in the hip hop game tremendously. What role did music play in the early years of your life?
From the earliest memory I could remember, I was around like 4 or 5, and I remember my dad taking me to the studio, and I remember him having me get on the mic, and I would sing like songs, and I remember he would have his homeboys in the studio, and they were like, man, she already sound good, like those are my earliest memories. Just also like my dad's dad, he was a producer and composer for Motown.
Yep.
So he wrote and composed a lot of songs, including like Just My Imagination, Still Waters Run Deep, etc. So he's made like some huge songs. So it starts back from then. So, my dad was always used to being around music. And then he quickly, at an early age, introduced all of us to it. Pretty much all my sisters can sing. All of them can sing. I got 3 sisters. I'm just the only one that's like, I want to take it there. Like, that's kind of like a hidden talent for them. They don't really sing too much in front of people, but we've always been around music, and it just became normal to be around music, even be around like celebrities. It really was nothing even something I even went around like, oh, I seen because I was just kind of used to just being around that environment. A lot of studio sessions. I still like have the smell of like, you're in the studio and they're smoking in the studio, and it kind of has that scent, what I'm saying? I'm talking about like that scent and all that, and just growing up and, meeting everybody and being around people. And it was a cool experience. For me, low key, I wouldn't try to tell people off bat. Like, when I was in school, I wouldn't try to tell people off bat, like, who my dad was, because I just didn't want all the attention, but people would end up finding out anyway. So it was cool though.
Okay. What was probably who's the first celebrity that you met back then?
Probably, I want to probably say Snoop Dogg. I want to say Snoop Dogg was the first. I didn't get to meet Eazy-E and all that. He passed away, but he had met my brothers, held my brothers, you know what I'm saying? And he did a lot for my mom and my dad. So he didn't get to meet me though.
R.I.P. to Eazy. Now, The evolution of hip hop has, obviously changed quite a bit from then to now. Has the evolution over the years influenced how you approach music at all?
You kind of have to go with the movement. You kind of have to go with it. But as far as the evolution, I kind of see what's trending, and I kind of look around and I see, okay, this is what people are more clinging to. Like I feel like people have like their attention spans are shorter. Because back in the day, you could get away with making 7-minute songs, and people was probably gonna sit and listen to the whole 7 minutes. Nowadays, it's like songs are more shorter, just so I think it keeps bringing people back in their attention spans these days. So you kind of have to go and maneuver with the movement. What I like to do is, what I want to do is just kind of put out music that, appeases the audience, the main audience, the general audience, and what people are feeling. And then also throw out my own songs that might like who I am as a person, but I know how to, I'm like a chameleon. I'll maneuver through any, section. And I don't have just one genre of music. Like I wrote a country song. I want to do a rock song. I've been interested in that since I was very young. I'm not a rapper, but I do rap and I write raps and stuff like that. So you kind of got to just go with the movement, because if you don't go with it, you kind of go and get lost in the sauce, But I know you can also, if you stand out and be different, you can start your own movement, which is another thing I'm trying to do. Like, I feel like I do bring a different type of vibe. I feel like my voice isn't the same. Like, I don't feel like anybody sounds like me. I feel like my writing skills are very, very unique, and I feel like I can bring something different. So when you're different, you'll stand out regardless.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring that with a little bit of, adding on to what's trendy, what's popular. Cause you just, sometimes you got to go with that, throw out a couple of them snatchers, cash grabbers, people that'll catch people's attention real quick, and then let them find out who you really are in the essence of you. So that's how I'm trying to maneuver through it.
Okay. Yeah. Cause you have a beautiful voice. I mean, I don't think it's nobody out there that I've heard recently at all. And R&B has taken a very hit.
It really has.
Yeah. R&B is not as popular as it used to be, and it really hurts that it's not that. But yeah, but when I heard you, I'm like, okay. And then I was, like I say, able to put in the connection. But you have a song called Karma Can Be.
Yeah.
Okay, with a music video for it, I believe. I think I heard that. I know I heard the song, but I didn't know if you have a music video for it.
Yeah, there's a video out on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you walk me through like your message behind that song?
So
like, is
basically,
is it something that actually happened, and then you wrote it, or you just kind of generally speaking when you
kind of like generally, and kind of bases off of like how I would react to things, or how I used to think I would react, because now I'm gonna let karma handle it. But sometimes you do got to take stuff into your own hands to kind of show people like, hey, I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing with you. But it's really just like, that could go for anything. Like, people test you so much, and that you don't really know what I'm capable of, or how evil I could get or be towards you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't start none, won't be none. So that's I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's the message. Like, don't start none, won't be none. So
got a little hood in you. I see it. I'm pretty, okay, but you got a little hood on you. I can dig it. Okay, yeah, I love that song. I like I said, like your voice is very unique, and and it's very, very beautiful, very beautiful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So when it comes to you writing, can you describe the process that you go through when you write your lyrics?
Okay, so because a lot of times I'll just freestyle write. I just be so inspired. I just feel like it's so much to talk about. Like, that's why, like, I don't really understand how people can have writers, but I didn't realize how it was such a hard skill to have until I've like realized how many people in the industry right now that do not write their own music. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't imagine anybody writing music for me. Like, I kind of like will turn on beats, maybe like go on YouTube, or if I get sent beats, you know, I'm kind of like vibing through the beats. And then immediately once the hook comes up, that's what I usually start off with, is like the base of the song. So I'll come up with like the hook. And then that's when the verses and everything start to come into play as well.
Okay.
So for me, it's just I can't explain it. Like once I get started, if I get the hook down, immediately it's up. Like I'm writing the whole song right then and there. And I get that from my dad. Like he's a really great songwriter. You know, he used to ghostwrite for a couple people in the industry as well. So I feel like I get, you know, that skill from him. Like I used to write poetry and everything. So I take like my skills when it comes to writing very serious. You know, I don't play around. So I be trying to, if I hear something, I say, okay, that don't sound right. I'll go back over it a few times just to make sure this bar is perfect. Like this all goes together, you know, because I don't want to mess up, slip up, you know, say something and then I could have said this instead. So I'll go over it a couple times before I actually lay down a song.
What type of stuff inspires you?
I get inspiration off pretty much anything. I think life is so much going on and it's so much to talk about and write. You know, I have songs about, you know, rape, you know, and called Sweet 16. I have a song called that. And I want to do like a whole like music video where it's like a movie, you know, because there's so much that's going on with young Black women and, you know, sexual assault and everything like that. And I have wrote a whole song about that. And I also wrote a song about gun violence. I wrote a song about, you know, what's been going on with our people in itself, with the violence and all that. I wrote a song called I Can't Breathe. That was pretty much just everything we're going through as society, as Black people, the dangers and what we live through. I mean, you see what just went down with that woman that got shot.
Sonya, yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Sonya, yes. So it's just so much inspiration from everywhere. And music is very powerful. And I feel like you can get out a lot of messages through music. It's very influential and all that. So that's why I say when I'm inspired off a lot of things. Just even if it's good, bad, I get inspiration. I pull from it and I can make something from it and send that message through music.
Okay. Now, is there any times where when you're writing these type of songs that it's a lot of weight that you want to step back from doing it sometimes, or is your ambition to continue your career is what, you know, can like keeps you going? Like, is there any time where you're just like, I need to step back?
You know, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I have written like stuff that was just so deep, even about my own trauma, because that's how I pretty much heal myself as well. Kind of just write it out, my pain. I've cried while writing my music and my songs and singing it. You know, I've cried during that. So sometimes it does get heavy. But it's also this healing that I feel and relief that I feel after I'm able to put my emotions and feelings down and create a beautiful song out of it.
Okay. Now, is there a song that you have that you can tell us the title of it that was hard for you to write?
Yeah, Sweet 16. So it's basically about she was pretty much, you know, groomed for a long time by her stepfather that been in her life. Her mom's an alcoholic. She has 2 younger siblings that she pretty much is their mom. And on her 16th birthday, he decided, you know, he was going to take what he wanted, and she ended up killing him in the process of everything. So that was pretty heavy because, like, the chorus, I could sing it just a little bit. Like, it goes, Sweet 16 wasn't so sweet for Sherry. Sweet 16, it wasn't so sweet for Sherry. So then after that, I'm getting into a rap, like poetry, and I'm telling a whole story. And the basics of the video is I'm going to be sitting in a dark room kind of with a big cake. And it's going to have 16 candles on it and lighting. So that'll be one scene of me singing. And then the other portions would be kind of like a movie that's just like showing everything that Sherry has went through. So that was tough. And I feel like when I do that, I want to put a lot of effort into it. I really want to make it like super grand, and I really want to spread out a deep message, you know. So that was pretty heavy. I have quite a few songs that was just heavy. It's just like, but I pushed through it and actually feel a lot better after the fact. You know, I feel like sometimes we do have to face certain things or go through certain messages, even if we're living through it through a song or anything like that, to feel better. Whatever you have to do to heal, do that. And music is very healing for me, and I know for a lot of people. So,
oh, yeah, you're right about that. And I had to smile because I love your voice. Like, man. Well, let's switch gears a little bit. So, are there any artists you would like to collaborate with, like in the future?
So it's so crazy because like artists I want to collab with, people would probably look at me like, oh my gosh, like, but I like want to collab with like older artists. Like I love me some Sade. I've been talking about this since I was like 12.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I've been talking about this since I was 12. Like I want to collab with Sade. I don't really know. Like I'm open to collab with anybody if I feel like the vibe is right and we're gonna make a hit. I'm down for it. But as far as like my personal people I want to collab with, it's all old school, like all old school people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Sade is definitely a legend.
A legend, and how dope and amazing would that be? That would be crazy. That would be insane because I've always loved me some Sade. So one of my inspirations. Come on, Sade, we gotta do this.
Yeah, you definitely doing that. Now, can you name any collaborative records or that you're proud of?
That I've done so far? Well,
so far,
I actually done a song with Young Buck, and it's actually really, really good. Like it's really good.
See, Young Buck is so underrated. Lord Jesus.
He is so underrated, and his verse on the song was actually really good. And then I also did a song with Sugar Free that's unreleased. So I have a couple, you know.
I want to hear the one with Sugar Free. Sugar Free is like, well, that's one.
Yeah, that was pretty hard. Yeah, that was pretty hard. So yeah, I've got a couple that are unreleased. So not too many features, and of course, you know, my father, he the one. So he really hard with it. So but yeah, there's definitely a lot of collabs. Like I wouldn't mind like when everything comes to fruition, you know, whoever want to work with me and I think the vibe is right and if we finna sound great on the song together and really have chemistry, then yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
So Sade was your singer. What's the rapper? Like
I love Nicki Minaj.
Nicki? Okay.
She's hard.
Nicki Minaj or Lil Kim?
I love both. I think they're both hard. But like with Nicki, it's crazy because, you know, she's 16 years into her career and she's still outselling everybody. Like she's a force to be reckoned with, you know. That longevity, that's hard to obtain, to be that far into your career and still outselling everybody. So I just respect her come up, how authentic, and you know, she started before the streaming and the platforms and all that, how it makes it easier, you know, to go viral these days. You know, she started from the bottom up. So I respect the hustle and I respect where she's at now, which is insane. So
yeah, you're right about that one. That's one thing we can't
deny.
Yeah. Yeah, Nicki has definitely put in.
You know, usually you would think, okay, old news, she's in, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you know, but 16 years into it and you still, you know, sold out tours and all that. That's really insane. Like, honestly, I'm about to buy a ticket to go see her second leg, actually.
She's not coming up here, is she?
She already did a tour. She sold out and it was so successful that they're making her do a second tour around the United States again. So yeah, I'm trying to hop onto that. But yeah, that's my girl. That's her.
Aanisah Long. celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. I just came up here to
About to go on to the Dome report. Perform live in about 11 minutes. And it's lit. But if you guys were to know where to find me, my music, check me out. Just Aanisah Long. That's AANIS. Long. I'm gonna do it like a commercial. That's AANIS. Long. Okay.
Do you?
I know.
What does that mean? She knows what the clone is Dr. Fun. That means we are Dr. Funstein. Yeah, for real. Many times over. So quick, so fast.
Also, my Twitter name is @ACLDABOSS. Like a commercial again, that's ACLDABOSS.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Okay, what made you... Okay, I read a story. Sorry. I read that you were going to pick up your brother from school. Now, this wasn't your talent show.
No.
But you sung at their talent show?
Yeah. So I had went to go, me and my mom went to go get my brothers from, they had like this school event, talent show or whatever. And I had walked in to go, retrieve them. It was like the last bit of it. And, my brother was like, he wanted me to, meet the people and stuff and told them I'm a singer. And, I went up to them, met them. I told them I was a singer and they're like, show us right now. And I was like, what you mean? I'll show you right now. And they wanted me to pretty much like, go on stage. So I just like, okay, forget it. I'll go on stage. I'll show y'all. But yeah, I ate that down. Like I ate that talent show down. There was
Yeah, I heard you got a standing ovation. I was just like,
yes,
what made her,
people come to me talking about they got chills, and I just like, oh, really?
You remember what song you sung?
No, I don't remember what song I sung. It was a long time ago.
That's crazy. She said, I'm gonna sing and somebody else, I'm gonna get it in.
Shoot. Hold on.
That's what's up though. That's courage.
Yes, that's what I say, like, I think with my other sisters, like they be cool. They're like, oh, I don't really want to be seen, but I've never been a shy person. Like I'll sing in front of whoever, whenever, wherever. It's good. So
got it. Okay. Well, now this comes to my formal question. I will ask everybody this. So, what is your top 5 singers or rappers that are alive? You can
dead or alive.
Yeah, you can do either top. You can do your top 5 favorite. It can be rappers and singers together, 5.
Okay.
Or it could be 5 singers, and then you can give 5 rappers. So you can break it up however you like. But your favorite.
I guess we could do 5 singers, 5 rappers.
That works. Spotlight's on you. The spotlight is on you.
Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Gotta have Whitney Houston in there.
Legend.
Anita Baker. I love Anita Baker's voice.
Okay, Anita Baker.
Sade. Gotta have my girl Sade. You already know.
Yeah, figure that one.
Oh my God, there's so many great singers though. Oh, so many great singers. I got so many in my head. I want to name some men too. Luther Vandross. I love him. Vandross.
Big Luther or Little Luther?
Little Luther.
I'm fucking with you.
How you gonna say Big Luther or Little Luther? I'm like forgetting the joke because he used to be big. He lost all that weight.
Wait, I don't know.
I don't know. Bigger people be kind of singing better.
I know, I ain't gonna lie. What's the one, not to get off subject, but what's the one got Ruben stuttered? He was
Yeah, they be singing. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So that's
Who else?
4.
I need one more. I need one more.
Yeah. You got Whitney, Anita Baker, Sade, Luther Vandross.
And Michael Jackson, period. Ain't that down?
Already.
I think that's a good one.
Mike Jack. Okay.
Michael Jackson, I had to. So rappers, top 5 rappers. I'm gonna say Tupac. I don't care if that's like, I don't care. Tupac, yeah, straight up.
Already. He's in my top 5 too.
I'm gonna throw Nicki in there. I throw Nicki. Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah.
I gotta throw Lauryn Hill in there. Dang, who else would be in my top 5? I think Nas is a really good rapper. I throw Nas in there.
Nas is in my 5 as well.
Okay, and I just need one more.
Yep. You got Pac, Nas, Nicki, Lauryn Hill.
Throw my dad in there. There we go. There, that's my list.
Okay.
That's my list.
Okay. All right. So Tupac, Nicki Minaj, Lauryn Hill, Nas, Kokane.
Okay.
Got it. Already. Okay. Now, you got some community works that's going on too. I want to discuss with that. Now, explain to me what is the World Vision Clearwater Project?
So the World Vision Clearwater Project is basically to provide like clean water, around the world, pretty much, not just in certain areas, like around the world. I had started that project when I was very, very young. I want to say like I was around 13 when I started that project, and I basically wrote a song for them, and they have published it and everything on their website, and the proceeds that I made off of that song all went to the Clean Water Project. So that was I did that for a while and was a part of it. I would go to the meetings and everything like that, and so yeah, when I did my song for them, I didn't take any of the proceeds. I allowed it to all go to them, to whatever they had going on. So I've done a couple of like community work and charities and stuff like that.
What other ones have you done?
I also did like a song for when the flood in Japan had the earthquake in Japan had happened.
Yeah.
And they caused like mass destruction. I also did a song for that as well. And allowed the proceeds to go to them as well.
Is there any other like charity or community works that you're involved in right now at this moment?
Not currently. I'm going to definitely get into some, or even start my own charities. Like I'm big on that. I just want to be so blessed that I'll be able to be a huge blessing to people.
Mm-hmm.
So not currently. I'm looking to see what I can get into. I want to make sure it's something legit. I want to make sure it's something that I know is going to make a difference and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now.
Okay. Now, are you working on a debut album?
Not an album. So I'm going to release an EP first.
Okay.
And then we're going to follow up with the album. I just kind of want people to get kind of like even though I've been doing music for a long time, I've never released a project. So I've never released a mixtape, EP, album, nothing. I've released a couple singles, and I've been going through, different things in life, and stuff happens, when it's supposed to. So I'm accepting of that. So what I'm doing right now is I just kind of want people to get like kind of like a taste of me real quick, and just kind of put the EP out there and warm people up before I initially drop the album. So the EP probably is going to consist of like 6 songs.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna pick what my best songs. Karma, of course, is gonna be one, but I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna see, okay, these are gonna be the heavy hitters. And I'm trying to also follow that up with music videos for them and all that. So we're starting with the EP first. I'm trying to get that done like by to the beginning of September and get that released. Might need a little more time because I just been, like I said, I've been really busy with different things, and now I'm able to get back in focus and get into the music and just go full force with it. I mean, never try, never fail. You'll never know if you was gonna fail if you never try. So you just gotta push yourself out there, be confident, not care what anybody gotta say, and you never know what it's gonna hit for. So that's what I'm working on right now, currently.
Okay. Do you have a name for your EP?
I wanted to self-title it.
Okay.
Probably gonna self-title it. Yeah, that's what I think. I'll probably self-title it and then come up with a different name for my album.
Yeah, okay. Got it. All right. And you're the first lady of Buddy Boy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All righty. So what's next for you as far as like, so you already stated you have the EP coming, album coming. Is there anything else that we can expect from you? Like maybe a movie?
Actually, that's crazy that you said that because I'm working with somebody right now. Her son has done a few like movie acting roles and different like things like that. So she was like, you would be really good for acting. And I actually write down like scripts for movies. So I want to be a movie director as well. So like horror films, comedies, romance, all that. I'm always writing stories. So I've actually been working on, a few of my own movies, but I wasn't really thinking about acting, but I've always been into like theater,
Okay.
So when she had proposed that to maybe like send me off and see if I could give me a couple acting gigs, I was like, that might be something I never knew that I would actually be super good at. So I'm just going to give it a try and see where it takes me.
Okay. Well, shit. Well, you do that.
I see on some movies. Some movies.
Already. Okay. All right, Aanisah, you do your thing. Alrighty. Well, hey, I'm at the tail end. One thing I want to say is I want to give your flowers now. Okay, for the stuff that I have seen, and the stuff obviously you're going to do in the future. Okay, I want to make sure I stay tapped in with you so that we can, as your career is growing, we can do this again and stuff like that, and just keep viewers and listeners updated on your progress. And I want everybody to go and check out, the stuff that you have out already. Okay, like Karma Can Be, which is on YouTube, stuff like that. It's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much all streaming platforms. Y'all can go check that out.
Oh, okay. Is there any way? Can you tell people how they can, reach you?
So if you guys want to reach me, I do have an IG. It's Aanisah_Long. My name is spelled AANISAH_Long, LONG. And that's pretty much for Instagram, TikTok, etc. Or you can just look my name up on YouTube or Spotify or type in Karma Can Be.
All righty. And I'll have that also in the description so that y'all can read and get to her on Instagram. Well, hey, I'm not going to hold you up. Thank you for the interview. Okay. I really do appreciate it. We're going to stay tapped in. We're going to do this again.
And thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. And just wanting me to come. So thank you.
Look, most definitely. Like I said, I love your voice. You have a unique voice. Your songs are very touching as well. Like I said, now I need to actually go back and watch the video because I just been listening to the song. So yeah. I think you're bringing something new to the game that's really going to help blossom and as well as give R&B that kickstart. Because
we need it back, and you're definitely right about the decline of R&B because it was way so much more popular in the 90s, early 2000s. R&B was it. So let's bring it back. We're gonna bring R&B back.
Yeah, we need it. We definitely need it because you got to have a balance. It's like it's like when shit was getting too street, you relax, listen to some R&B.
Yeah. because no
Everything
doubt, I love, I listen to, the street music and stuff like that, but then sometimes it be like, hold on, this got me getting angry, huh? I need to it's my song, I can't do this.
Well, hey man, look, it was lovely. I can't. I really appreciate you coming on today, though.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Any new stuff you got coming out, just like I said, just hit me up. Let me know, and then
okay.
Yeah.
I'm having new stuff coming, so I'll be hitting you soon. I'll just email you. I got you.
Okay. All righty. Well, you have a blessed day, and I will talk to you
as
later.
Well. You stay blessed. Stay healthy.
All right. Thank you, Nisa.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Just make sure to coke fire.